What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this live. And welcome back because I had a previous one and didn't work out. So hopefully this one works out. So let me know if you can hear me. And if I were you, I will be here the next 30 minutes because I'm going to tell you a few things that probably that's going to be the one thing that's going to whip the crap out of you for you to go out there and get a fucking high paying job in IT sooner than later. So can you hear me? Good. So are we good? Okay, good. So let's do this. And by the way, let me know where you from. You know, let me know where you from. Let me know if you work in IT, and if you do, like how long you been working in IT. And what's that position that you have right now? So if you work in IT, let me know what's the position that you have, and or let me know too if you are Chicago. I'm from Chicago, David. What part of Chicago, David? California, Miami. Cool. Miami, California, Miami, Colorado. Okay. Colorado, no IT. Okay, so no IT. Well, let me tell you for those that do not have a job in IT, this is the one career that you can get 200K in less than, not, if I tell you, you're not going to probably believe this. Humboldt Park. Okay, I know where's Humboldt Park. Okay, good. Ireland, Bogota, Colombia. Damn, Bogota. That's one place that I'm planning on going next year on Bogota. That's one place we want to go. IT for 20 years. Holy shit. Nigeria, just a beginner in IT. Help desk. I'm on a help desk working on my CCNA. Okay, so man, the good thing is you're working on your CCNA because any of you that have an entry level job like a help desk, like a field services, desktop support, it's a fucking entry level job. I know many people may argue with that. Oh no, it's not an entry level job. Oh, let me tell you, it's an entry level job. That difference compared to help desk is help desk, you help the end user over the phone, right? But desktop, now you're the one basically going face to face, with that customer, with that user, and be like, okay, how can I help you? Like what's going on? But that's the same BS. That's a fucking entry level job. So if anyone has one, get out. Okay. Now, if you don't want to um, get a high paying job in IT sooner than later, you shouldn't listen to me. Like go with somewhere else because that's kind of the one thing that I wanted to talk about. We are about to go through this huge, major recession. Like that's all over social media. That's gonna happen. That's no question. If that's gonna happen or not. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen bad, like really bad. The question is, and that's where many people like argue and go back and forth, is are we gonna go through that major recession by the end of this year or the beginning of next year? But we're gonna go through it, and it's gonna be really bad, like really bad. And I know maybe one of you are gonna remember this one conversation. And that's because I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen in IT. Because I seen this happening before, and that's something that I predicted as well. Going through COVID. So let me tell you about this, okay? So there are many people right now going in IT. Like there are many people right now going in IT. And even though we have many jobs out there, like this is the time for you to like, how can I go through my IT career in a way that I can get a high paying job sooner than later? And remember, a high paying job in IT, that's a job that's gonna pay you like over $130,000. So how can I get there? So let me put there what can be possible for you. Okay, what can be possible for you if you really want this and if you go through your IT career the right way. And I will tell you a lot more about how to go about doing it the right way. This is basically the way that I will go about it, me. And this can apply to some of you that already have a job. You see, going and getting your first job in IT, you have to make sure, your first job in IT, two things. It's not an entry level job. So for those of you new, you have to make sure that it's not an entry level job. And yes, I know that a lot of people go And oh no, you have to get an entry-level job. No, you fucking don't. And I'm gonna go through some of your comments right now, guys, because I see cloud technologies. Okay, 75 USD. What does that mean? 75. $75 an hour. 75K a year. Like, talk to me. I'm working in Atlanta. I don't work in IT. Okay, what else? HR, some college in computer science, rejected and 3 jobs the last month. No formal experience, just an independent service tech. Juan Hernandez, bro, what the hell is going on, man? Working as custodial. So you end up going through 3 jobs, man. 3 jobs. Oh, support 75 hours. Holy shit, that's many hours, man. I don't know how you do 75 hours. That's no bueno. So going back on, okay, man, it's just so many things that I want to share, guys. Okay, I'm gonna get back to some of your comments because I have a few things to say to some of you. Like Juan, I have a few things to say to you. Jesus, about that cybersecurity, I have a few things that I want to say to you. And by the way, guys, I see about 30 people. Make sure you like the like. That way, more people can see this video. So again, number one, and this is something that I've been saying a lot. And I really hope you really get this here for those of you that are new. You can start your IT career without an entry fucking level job. I don't care if your brother, I don't care, probably your father works in IT and your father is telling you, you need to get a job in IT. You're going to get a job in you're going to be able to get an IT with an entry level job. Like, no, like, again, I do not care who tells you, but do not get an entry level job. Don't do that. That's a must. If you want to get to a high paying job in IT, now that we're going to go through recession, you do not need an entry level job because, as you know, that's not going to pay that well. That entry level jobs don't pay that well at all. And on top of that, you cannot argue with me and say that you're going to end up learning a lot of great things that will make you valuable for you to move up in your IT career. You cannot argue with me and saying, oh, yes, Jorge, an entry-level job is going to help me to get experience. Experience on what? Please tell me experience on what? I'm doing something that you probably end up doing at home. Oh, I end up, I'm going to image some computers because they're not working fine. So we're going to image all these computers. That's something that you probably end up doing at home, right? Or, I set up this printer with this user. That's something that you can do at home. So please don't argue with me about that you're going to get experience through some entry level job because that's full bullshit. Anybody who tells you that, tell him, there's this guy out there and he says, not me, that F you. That's bullshit that you have to go through an entry level job. So I hope I'm clear on that. Okay, no entry level job. Number 2, make sure that first job and your IT career is a job that's gonna pay you between $60,000 up to $75,000. It has to be a must. You should not take anything less than $60K. $60,000 up to $75,000. First job in IT. Now you're probably thinking, how I'm gonna do that? Okay, we can talk about that. But right now I need you to see the big picture. I need you to see the big picture. Like, I want to be right now here with you and tell you what can be possible for me. Because this is exactly that conversation that I will have with myself, if I'm able to go back and talk to my younger version of me and be like, bro, you're fucking broke. You live paycheck to paycheck. And we're going to go through this fucking huge major recession. So fucking listen up. So that way you get to a 6-figure income like now. So that's exactly what I will tell myself. Don't get an entry-level job. Not a job that's going to pay you less than $60K. Between $60 and $75K. That job has to be a network. My bad. No. That job has to be related to support, related to admin, related to analyst. Those 3. That means network support, network admin, network analyst, system analyst, system support, system admin, along those lines, not an entry-level job, okay? Now, again, listen up. After that, then you work on that job for no more than 6 months. 4 up to 6 months. So you get your first job in IT. Not an entry-level job, a job that pay you 60 up to 75K. And once you do that, you're gonna go all in. And for 6 months, you get out and you upgrade that job to an engineer level position. You wanna go and be a cloud engineer, you can do that. You wanna go and do something with cybersecurity, like engineer like level position, you can do that. You wanna be a network engineer, you can do that. A DevOps engineer, you can do that. That's your second job in IT. Now, who that you know has an engineer level position, and that was his second job in IT, and was able to do that under 1 fucking year? And I'm not saying there are none. I know there are people out there, but not that many. Because I know you probably end up listening to those that end up doing it the wrong way. So again, who do you know that have an engineer level position? They were able to get there and be in the second job in their IT career, and they were able to do that under 1 year. 1 year means I end up getting my I decided today I wanna go in IT. So I'm new in IT. I decided to go in IT today. And 1 year later, I have an engineer level position. You see, because that's exactly what can be possible for you. Okay? The best way is work for yourself and promote your company. Promote your company. Your company. I don't know what that means, promote your company. Now, let me go back on some of your questions, guys. So what if there is no job in my country that pays 60, 75K? Should I just get lower pay, like 40? First job, apply remote online, job another country that pays more. Well, I don't know what country you are in. So if you can give me more on that, I can get back to you and give you some options. Okay? Now, once you go on your second job in IT, that job has to pay you between 90 to 100K. Like it has to pay you 90 to 100K. Your second job in IT, and that's something that you can accomplish in less than 1 year, guys. This is exactly what I want you to get out of this conversation. That if you go through your IT career and doing it the right way, you can get to a 90, 100K job under 1 year. And this is for those of you that are new in IT. That can happen to you if you want to. Okay. Now let's go more about what's happening with the recession that we are about to go through. There will be a lot more people they're gonna get in IT because there will be so many people they're gonna end up losing their job. A lot of them they're gonna lose their job, and I'm saying people that do not have a job in IT, by the way. Okay, they're working on some other things and they're gonna end up losing their job, and many of them, for many, that will be like the wake up call, like, oh my god, I have to do something with my life. Like, I don't want this to happen, so I don't know if I need to do something, that's gonna get me to a good job, a good career, a good pay. So let me go online, and let me find what can I do, now that I don't have a job because they fired me because we're going through this economy, we're going through this recession. So I need to do something, I need to get into something. And obviously what they're gonna have in front of them is IT. Out of a lot of things out there, IT. How to become a cloud engineer in the next 6 months, a cybersecurity engineer in the next 6 months, how to become a network engineer in the next 6 months, and how to become a DevOps engineer in the next 6 months. That, by the way, that's all bullshit. And I hope all of you know that. That's no way at all. There's full of bullshit people that say that you can become a network engineer in 6 months. When you're new in IT, like brand new, that's no way that you can be a network engineer in 6 months. That's just no way. You cannot be a cloud engineer in 6 months. Just because you end up taking some cloud certifications, no one is gonna fucking hire you to be an engineer position. You may end up getting an entry-level job because, again, they're gonna say, oh, you have to start somewhere. right? Right? Okay. So going back on that conversation. So now you're gonna have a lot more, individuals going in IT. I want to become a cloud engineer, a cybersecurity engineer. I'm gonna go and do that. So you're gonna have a lot more people going in IT. And I get it. I know you've probably seen this all over social media. There's so many, like hundreds of thousands of jobs out there in IT. There are a lot of them. We have millions, In the next few years, oh my God, it's going to be so many jobs in IT. Okay. So can any of you explain this to me? You see, because they don't tell you how it is. And I agree, there are a lot of jobs out there, but there are a lot more people trying to get those jobs. And if not, explain this to me. How is that there are people that have a few IT certifications, they end up going through an expensive program, they end up probably going to college, and they don't have a job in IT? Explain that to me. They've been going through some job interviews, they don't have a job. But how is that? I mean, there are thousands of jobs out there, so how is that they cannot get a job in IT? Can someone explain that to me? And the ones that end up getting a job in IT, entry-level job. That blows my mind. But you see, this is exactly what society, what the IT community tell you. Now, if you want to listen to most people, do that. But I'm going to tell you, you're not going to be able to get to a high-paying job sooner than later. You are not going to be able to do that. And this is something that you need to have in mind. If I'm going to go get an IT or go to a high-paying job in IT, I need to know how to approach my IT career. And a lot of it has to do on how I'm going to think and the things that I'm going to go through in the process and me getting there and me getting my first job, a high-paying job in IT. So if that doesn't change, I'm telling you, you're going to fucking regret it big time in the next 6 months, in the next fucking 1 year. You're going to fucking huge regret it. Because you end up listening to most fucking people, they're fucking broke. People, they don't give a shit about you. That's just how it is. Let me know if you agree or not. And if you don't agree, that's totally fine with me. I don't want to be here and be like, you can do this. Let me motivate you to go back and do the same things that are not working for you. What would I do that? Because that's what most people do. You see, I'm right now, and I know probably this do not reach out that many people. And that's fine. But if I'm reach out to only a few, that's fine. That I can make a difference. And the only one thing that I really need you to get out of this, just one conversation, is for you to be like, how can I go through my IT career? How can I approach my IT career in a way that I'm going to really have the right thinking and do the right things that will allow me to get what I want, and not to go through my IT career like the way that most people go through it. Because most people end up getting an entry-level job. Most people end up getting a lot of IT certifications. Most people take many years in order for them to get to a six-figure income. I don't want to be like most people. So how can I go through my IT career? What's the thinking I need? How is the way I need to go about it? How I'm going to approach it? How I'm going to do these things in a way that I can get a good job in IT. And once I do, be able to upgrade that job that I end up getting in the next 6 months. And from there, another 6 months and get to another high-paying job. That way, in less than 2 years, you end up earning more than $120,000, because that's exactly what can happen to you. This is why something that you need to think of. And that's the only thing that I wanted to say. I have a lot of things to do. I only have about 10 other minutes. But you really think about what's going to happen in the next 6 months. The economy is changing. The opportunities that we used to have, they're not gonna be there no more. The opportunities that probably we have now, they're not gonna be there no more. And imagine you doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. You think you're gonna get a job? I mean, people are lying to you in your face. When people be like, oh, there's so many jobs unfulfilled, they're gonna be millions more. When someone says that to you, then ask them, so how is there are so many right now that already went through what you are saying and don't have a job, when you're saying there are a lot of them unfilled jobs? Explain that to me. And a lot of them, again, guys, a lot of them, they end up getting the job. A lot of them, they end up getting the fucking job. That was the job they didn't want it. A low paying fucking job. This is something that I talk to my students about this guy. I ended up getting a job for him. He reached out to me on social media and replied to probably in a few weeks, because I usually don't get back that with people. But the message kind of got me like, Jorge, I finally got the job. Your YouTube channel kind of helped me, with other YouTube channels. So, thank you. And I'm like, how long it took you to get the job? I replied that. And he said, 4 months. So think about this, guys. So he got ready. Okay, I think I'm ready. I'm going to go to the market and I'm going to get a job. It took 4 months to get a job. And once he said 4 months, I'm like, what's the job that you end up getting? And he replied, field services tech. And then I reply, would you mind sharing how much? Well, that's exactly what he said in the text. Well, I'm like, I knew he's not happy with it. He's making an excuse out of it right now. A story, right? Well, $23 an hour. 4 months applying to jobs. Finally, he got something. $23 an hour. And I hope you're not here. I'm not saying your name, by the way, if you're here, okay? And I reply back. I'm like, no, I just cannot help people that don't want to get help. 4 months, $23 an hour. After he ended up getting his CISCO CCNA, he ended up going through this expensive IT process program. 4 months later, $23 an hour. I'm like, bro, if you wanted to, I didn't say that, by the way, but me thinking, bro, if you wanted a job that will pay you $23 an hour, man, just go and get the fucking A+. In 1 month, you can get that job. Why, like 6-7 months, it took the entire process for you to apply to jobs, go to that program that you end up going through? Like, come on. Like, Jesus. That's not good. You see, guys, this is why now I have DJ, currently network admin, trying to get to the engineer position. This is for DJ Max. How much? 2 questions. How long you been working as a network admin, and how much is are they paying you? So how long you been working as a network admin? This is for DJ Max, and how much and how long in that position? That way I can give you some advice. Okay. Now, come on, guys. You have more questions? Just let them in. So this is why, guys, you have to really think of it like, how can I get the job I want and not someone else? And that right away, obviously, by not doing what everyone else is doing. By not doing what everyone else is doing. And right now, it's competitive. Like right now, it's competitive. In the next 6 months, once we go through recession, we'll get a lot more competitive. And that's, by the way, on any level. And you get in your first job in IT, and your second job, and your third job. It will not be that competitive once you get to a senior level position. Because let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. Most people don't get to a senior level position in IT. Most people don't. You know why? Because most people are average. Most people don't want a good life. And if they do, they don't believe they can have it. And that's the reason why they're not that confident in themselves to go after a senior level position. So they settle with a admin or engineer level position. And there are thousands of them. They've been working in IT for 7, 10 years, and they still admin engineer level positions. If you end up talking to them, they haven't learned that much in the last year or in the last two. They just, okay, based on the job, I'm gonna probably retire from this job and all this bullshit. So when you get to a senior level position, that's when you do not have that much competition because not that many people go the extra mile. And that's how it is in IT. That's exactly how it is in IT. So this is not about the skills. This is not about, there are so many people right now, like so many. And I've seen a lot of them, me working with the students for the last 4 years. I've seen this a lot. There are people that are very well qualified. They already have what it takes. They don't have to learn that much to get another higher paying job, but they don't have the mindset, the thinking, the belief, the confidence to go and get a better job, even though they're qualified for that. I helped 3 students, and I think one of them I show the text, and this is what I want, and I'm like, no, we're gonna go for this, and we end up getting a job with $45,000 more compared what she was earning, $45,000 more compared to the previous job that she had. But you see, and there's so many people out there that way. They don't have that belief. There are a few things going on in their mind that, oh, I need this, I need that. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Oh, I need more of this, I need more of that. And because they never go and do those things, they get stuck, even though they have what it takes for them to move up to a higher position. This is why, Jesus Banda, do you consider an architect level? Yes, obviously. Architect, the way that I look at it is this. You get to an engineer level position. After an engineer level position, you get to a senior level position. After a senior level, and by the way, senior level positions can go and pay you 120 up to 180. There are senior level positions that can pay you lower 120, higher $180,000. But after a senior level position, that's where you go on being a lead engineer, or an architect. An architect, for me, that's like 2 levels. When you're getting in on an architect, enterprise, and then when you specialize as an architect. And now you have like that specialization and that one technology. But you first get in, based on my experience, based on the people that I talk to, when you get into architect, it's more like an enterprise. You kind of know a lot of everything, but you're able to see like the big picture. But let me tell you this, but once you get to specialize, is when you get to a second level, when you get to 160 to 100K income. And fully that one position, okay? So DigiMax, I'm gonna answer that question for you, man. You see, all jobs pay good money. All jobs, it doesn't matter if it's a cybersecurity, it doesn't matter if it's a network architecture, it doesn't matter. There are all good jobs that will pay you 160, 180,000. Like I have this student, 2 jobs, engineer level position, both. Not even senior level position, guys. Not even senior level position. He has 2 jobs working from home, 120 each. One job, DevOps engineer, 120. The second job, 120 DevOps engineer, working from home, 2 jobs. Do the math for me, please. Do the math. $240,000. 240,000 a year. Working from home. 2 jobs. Simultaneously, by the way. If you have the mindset, being productive, yes, you're able to do that. And he's just engineer level position. He's not in that senior level position. Imagine when he gets to senior level position and working 2 jobs from home, he's gonna easily be earning more than 300K just working from home. You see? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Thanks, man. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna answer some questions and I'm gonna drink some milk. Okay. So any questions, comments? Any questions? Any questions? Guys, I give you 10 more minutes. What other questions do you have? Any other questions? Oh, going back on DG Max. Okay. So he's been a system admin in the Army for 3 years. I just got out of a month ago. This is my first job out of the Army. I will be going for my CCNA in the next 3 months. Your advice is welcome. You didn't say how much you get paid, man, because that will help me. If you're earning about 75K, you can go easy to 100, 110K. But once again, DJ Emax, the CCNA, it's not just everything. This is why, if you just want to do it like the way that everyone else is doing it, that's fine. Go and do that. But I know you're going to come back to me and be like, you know what? It didn't work the way that I wanted to. Because once again, the IT certifications will not make much of a difference. If you end up getting them the same way that everyone else is getting them. Like I can have like 5, not even 2. I can have 5 people that end up taking the Cisco CCNA like this week. All of them passed. And I can have all of them here in front of me. And I'm going to ask 5 questions to each one of them. Easy questions. I know questions that I know they have the knowledge of, that they can answer. All 5 questions, very easy questions. And again, remember, I have 5 people in front of me. All of them have the CCNA. All of them end up getting the CCNA this week. And I know because I have done this before. Well, not with 5 people, but I have done this with a few. They end up answering the questions the same fucking way. And I really need you to listen to that. They answer the questions the same fucking way. Same way. There is no way for them to differentiate. So you see, I have 5 people, individuals with a Cisco CCNA. For me, all of them look the same, sound the same, not the same. I don't need them. So no, because you have a CCNA will get you the job. That's you going through your IT career, doing it like everyone else is doing it. You know, sometimes when students want to sign up on this coaching program I have, and they are like, Jorge, I got my CCNA. I don't have to go through your training. I got my CCNA. Can you just help me get the job? And I'm like, oh, so you think you're ready? Yeah, I end up going through these videos. I got the CCNA not too long ago. I have a little bit of experience, so yeah, I think I'm ready. I just need to coach me, to kind of teach me on how to sell myself and how to do this, and I'm like, okay, let's go for it. Let me ask you a few questions, easy questions, like very easy questions, like entry level 101 questions. And I go at it. 2 questions. And I'm like, that's the reason why you will not get the job. And that's the reason why you are not getting the fucking job. What do you mean? I'm like, exactly. You don't even know what's wrong with you. And the way that you answer those questions. So you need to stop going through your IT career thinking that you know better, because you don't. And I have proved it to them. This is why, guys, this is where you have to be open. If not, you're gonna end up doing the same thing. Okay. Now, DJ Max. I had a student. His name is Jeremy, by the way, and he ended up getting out of the army. The difference between you and him, that when he get out of the army, he was new in IT. He didn't went through any training related to IT when he was in the army, and he ended up getting um, a year and a half later 140K. A year and a half later, after I start my IT career today. Today I'm gonna start my IT career. A year and a half later, 140K. Right now he's a senior network architect, 160K, and he get out of the army. Jeremy. Let me look for Jeremy. Now, why am I fucking showing you these guys? Because I want you to see what can be possible for you. Like, really. Because I know some of you, you have this thinking, this mindset because of society that it's just no bueno. It's not going to really help you to get what you want. You know? I'm trying to go to some messages back, way back, because this is going back. Uh, this was back in last year in June. I don't know if you can probably see it. They offered me 168 and he's negotiating to 20K. Right now, I know he's earning 160. And this is no bullshit, guys. This is every 2 weeks, guys. I know probably for some of you it's like no, but 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know if it's a weekly. Anyways, there. This guy's very fucking successful, man. But why am I saying this? Because this guy didn't follow the bullshit out there. He didn't go based on CompTIA certifications. He didn't go based on all this bullshit that many YouTubers or many other people guide you through. This is what you need to do. He didn't went through none of that shit. Like none of that shit. Okay? I'm eating, guys. So my bad. Okay. What? So, so what other questions, guys, you have? The job I got, I beat people with experience because they probably answer the question the same way. I answer, make sure, answer the questions, so blah, blah, okay. You need to find your niche, blah, blah, okay. Come on, guys, what other questions you have? So going back on that conversation, this conversation, what you need to get out of is that we are about to go through a huge, major recession in the next few months, not years, in the next few months. By the end of this year or the beginning of next year, we're gonna all go through that. And what I want you is for right now, for you to decide and for you to think how I'm gonna go through my IT career in a way that I'm gonna get to a high-paying job in IT sooner than later, because I don't want to get to that point where I'm trying to get my first job or my second job, and it's not like there's so many people, like so many people trying to get the same job I want. And because at that point, when we go through recession, not that many companies are going to be hiring. They're probably hiring right now, but they're not going to be hiring no more. So once again, you have a lot more people getting in IT, trying to get a job, that once they have a job, getting a better one because we're going through recession, the prices go up and everything. Difficult. And imagine everyone is doing the same thing. How you think they're gonna be able to get those jobs? Let's say you have 1,000 jobs, right? And this one state. I'm just gonna a number that we can all relate and think of. Easy for us to think, right? 1,000 jobs and let's say one state. But you have like 10,000 people that end up getting their IT certifications. the same way, they end up going through the same process, end up going on this and trying to get one out of this 1,000 jobs, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. So me coming up to you, because you'll be like, Jorge, I don't know, man, I applied to 3 jobs and didn't call me back. Oh, I know why, because I don't have experience, Jorge. I'm like, because of that, I don't think I'm gonna get the job. I'm like, really, man, that's your thinking, or that's what society make you think? Because I got students don't have experience and I'm getting good jobs, not a fucking entry level job. So what's your excuse? Or you're gonna go by the bullshit that tell you that you need to go to an entry level job and that you need experience in order, like, are you like, no? So my question to you is, how is that you're gonna differentiate yourself from everyone else? How are you going to do that? You're not the only one going through this job interview process, right? You know that. There are probably other like 10 people, obviously hundreds that end up applying, but there are probably 10, 20 that are going to end up going through a job interview process. So this is the question that I always ask. How are you going to differentiate? Because looking at your resume, it's like everyone else's resumes. It's just, I cannot see nothing, because I seen a lot of them and most of them the same bullshit. You don't even know how to do a fucking one. Fuck. That's fucked up. Get your money back from those YouTubers. So now having that, I'm like, oh, I see you have a few IT certifications. Oh, these other 20 guys too. Oh, you have probably a few months of experience. Oh shit, these other guys too. Oh, I've been working on these technologies. Oh yes, all these fucking guys too. Again, what the hell do you have that others people don't? And that's exactly what you need to start thinking. Like right now, what the hell are you gonna fucking do to completely differentiate yourself from everyone else? So when you go through that job interview process, you end up fucking getting the fucking job. What the hell are you going to do? Oh, I'm gonna have 5 IT certifications. Let me tell you something. There will be other people having even more IT fucking certifications. That will not get you the fucking job. Oh, it's because I'm gonna know cloud, with Azure, AWS, I'm gonna know those two. And because I know networking, and because I'm learning about Python, and because I'm learning about Kubernetes, because I'm learning about Linux, and because I'm learning this and that and this. No, you will not get the job because of that, bro. Come on. Shit. Come on, guys, talk to me. CCNA first with labs, after jump into the cloud ASAP. Oh, no bueno. No bueno. So I'm gonna go with Guyana. I'm new to IT on the bigger scale. I'm currently a truck driver. Hate it. Of course, you're driving all the time. You're not spending time with the family. For the last 5 years, I want to switch careers. Good. Which certification should I start with? I've been searching the cloud. This is the other thing people tell you, and I hope you do not listen to them. You want to become a cloud engineer? Let me tell you a secret. Get cloud IT certifications. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck is gonna hire you with no fucking experience in IT? You don't even know how fucking devices communicate the network infrastructure of a company. But just because you end up getting 1 or 2 cloud certifications, someone is gonna give you a fucking cloud position. Like, come on. Like, really? Like, really? No, my friend. No. Like, fuck. Oh, you wanna become a cybersecurity engineer? Here's the secret. Get 3 cybersecurity IT certifications. The worst advice someone can tell you. Worst. Worst. That's not how you start your IT career. That's just not how you do it. Okay. Now, this guy, Manny, says, okay, Manny, I'm not going after you, bro. Okay. I'm not going after you. I'm not going after you. But so, Robert, I'm also a truck driver and former realtor. Bro, I just started the process of getting my CCNA. I love your work so far. I'm considering getting your coaching. Bro, how are you? I will into that coaching like fucking right now. That way, we can go through this process. 3 months, you get your fucking job in IT. Okay? That way, you really know what the hell you need to do in order for you to get the job. Okay, now let me get back to why are you charging 2K, brother, for your course? Why not, Manny? Now, you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You don't even have to pay me. You can go and fucking figure it out on yourself, you know? I have a lot of them people that pay that much that money. And by the way, it's not that much, you know, but you go and figure that out. But now going back on the CCNA, right? So people like Manny says, get your CCNA, no networking, and get into cloud. Oh my God. Like, what the fuck? Like, okay. Like this guy, right? Like, Jorge, I got my CCNA. I tried to get a job. I couldn't, so I ended up going after my CCNP. I'm like, bro, if the CCNA didn't help for you to get a job, now you're going to focus on the CCNP to see if now you get the job. Who the fuck told you to do that? If one certification too didn't help, now because you're going to add another one, that's going to help. You don't fucking do that. Who told you that time you have to focus on IT certifications? Like, who the fuck told you that? Once you get this IT certification, go to the next and the next. Run from them, like sooner than later, because that's not how you go about it. That's just not how you go about it. Jesus. So don't do that, okay? Now going back on that question, Robert, do you think we're running out of time to get a job with that looming recession? I will tell you this. Yes, you are fucking running out of time if you end up going through your IT career like most people do. Don't fucking do that. Again, the CCNA will not get you the job. And if you end up getting a job, you're going to end up getting something that's entry-level job that has nothing to do with the CCNA. I'm not lying. Do some research. Many people that got the CCNA and they end up getting a job, most, when I said most, probably 8 out of 10 people, they're going to tell you, yes, I end up getting a job in IT. Okay. What job that is? Entry-level job. Do you do anything related with the CCNA? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. And obviously, you do not want that. Like, you do not want that. Okay. Now, many $2,000 a coaching program, yes. Or you can go and pay $80,000 and wait 4 fucking years for a bachelor's degree and see if you get it. Or go and get a $10 Udemy course and let's see if that fucking changed your life. Please do that and then come back to me and let's see what's up. Okay. So, dun, 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 dun. Okay, what else, guys? What else? Um, let's see here. Let's see if I have something that I can probably share. Oh, guys, let me show something. There's something really cool, really cool. Let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something. Let me show you something really quick. They're so badass, guys. That's an app. Watch, I'm gonna show you this app. Really cool, really cool. These are the trainings that we're gonna have because that's an app that you can download when you're part of my coaching or the membership. You see, this is an app that you can have on your phone, and let me show you some of the. I got here to. Where is it? Let me see here. The events. I want to show you some events because this is exactly what you need to fucking like look into. Like right there. Watch. This is something I'm gonna have on June the 20th. Right? Cool, right? Technical questions, part 1. How to fucking answer them. Not like everyone else does. Let me see the other one. Like this one, part 1. You know, creating that fucking resume for you to get hired. No, all this fucking bullshit that people fucking give you. I mean, it's just, man, this is really cool, man. You have this and your yeah, when you sign up. I don't know, it's just cool. It's not that you download, you have it on your phone. You can talk to other students too. You see, let's see. Who the fuck is this? Cheers your article. Who the fuck is this? See. Okay, never mind. But yeah, man. Anyways, just going back on that conversation. I'm in the road for 5 days a week in Kochi. Deal for me. Sorry for all the questions. I know that's fine, Robert. Robert, this is the coaching. It's a coaching. This is basically you do it on your own time. We just do the one-on-one calls, when you have the time and when I have the time. So we meet up and we go to each of those modules and I tell you how to go about it and all that. We need to get minorities on board. IT is full of category. Do a minority discount? Ha ha ha. Manny, come on, bro. Reach out to me and we'll talk about it. But you see, I end up getting this guy. Also, his name is, let me see. He's Hispanic too, Hispanic, from Veracruz, Mexico. He just signed up a few days ago. Let me tell you who that is. Reach out to him and ask him, the last few days and how everything is going for him. Let's see. Yeah, his name is Alfredo, man. Let's see, Alfredo from on Facebook. You can find them through Facebook like that. Reach out to him if you want and ask him, But yeah, he ended up going through this process barely a few days ago with me and the coaching. Now, guys, really think about this. And I'm going to ask you to really think of this, okay? Next year, summer, we either in the middle, about to, but for me, I think maybe at that point, we are going through recession. Imagine you see everyone freaking out there and you earning over $180,000 from home. Now you're probably thinking, how the fuck I'm going to do that, Jorge, if I'm new in IT? Because you get 2 jobs working from home. You get 2 jobs working from home. You get to engineer level position, 90,000, 100K, you get 2 jobs, more than $180,000. That can happen to you in 1 year from now if you do things right. And probably for some of you, they already have a job in IT. That can be probably by the end of the year. This is why I need you guys for you to think outside of the box and for you to completely block what's going on out there, like completely block it and be like, okay, is there anyone this has done this? Yes, there are. Okay, so let me focus on how they did it because I want to go through my IT career the right way and me being able to do it in a way that I'm going to get what I want sooner than fucking later because I don't want to be like most people. You see, don't be like me when I was going through my IT career. I ended up getting 3 entry-level jobs. Obviously not at the same time, okay? But I didn't know any better. I did what all of you probably are doing right now. You end up going to the IT community. I'm like, okay, I want to get a job in IT. Just let's go and do that. You need to get your A+, your network plus, your security plus, and I end up getting them. First job, entry-level job. Second job, entry-level job. Third job, entry-level job. Me thinking, I'm going up in my IT career because my second job pays me more than my first job. My third job pays me more than my second job. So, I'm moving up in my IT career. I feel good. I feel excited. No, I didn't know any better. What took me 13 years to accomplish, my students, 2 to 2.5 years. Just think about that, really, guys. Think about that. Jorge, it took you 13 years. Yes, because a lot of those many fucking years, I didn't know how to go through my IT career. I listened to people that this other thing, I never questioned the advice and guidance that people were giving me. I never questioned it. My thinking was this: wow, that guy works in IT. Okay, so he must know. Oh, that guy works in IT. Wow. Okay. So yeah, he must know. So any advice, any guidance, if you were working in IT, I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna follow that. And if you see many people saying the same thing, well, that kind of it's common sense, right? If most people are saying the same thing on what to do, Well, obviously, I'm going to go and do that. And that's exactly what I ended up doing for many years in my IT career. Listening to the wrong people. People, the next time someone says, do this, do it this way. And there's the other thing, guys. It's easy for someone to give you some advice, but without basically saying and how to do it. Anybody can say, go and get your CISCO CCNA. Right? Anybody can say that. But how to go about it and get it? No one. No one. No one. Why are you so sure, Jorge? Because I have tried with people in social media. When I reach out to people that don't know who I am, I'm like, hey, I'm thinking to get my CCNA. Will you? Oh, yeah, go and get it. How? And they don't even they throw all this bullshit. One thing is what you need to do. That's one. And many people don't even know that, what to do. They're all over the fucking place. But now that you know what you need to do, now what makes the difference is how you go about doing that one thing that you have to do. Think about that. You are a great salesman, but you not tell what do you need to study in order to make big bucks. High paid skills, bro. This is not like something that I hide. You go on my website and all those high paid skills are there. All of them. This is not like a fucking secret. All those high paid skills that you need to learn, they are on my site. Like right there, it tells you exactly which one it is. You don't even have to pay for it. You go on my channel, I talk about those skills and many of my videos. Like really. And a lot of them. Rudy, reach out to me in the morning, man. You were not in the fucking training call that I end up doing on the with the coaching students, man. What the fuck? So Rudy, please text me in the morning so we can talk about it. But man, you didn't get it. Rudy, I fucking sent you an email. You want your fucking email? I even text you. Go and check your email so you can join that community. You didn't fucking check your email, bro. You didn't check your email because I sent out the email for you to join that community. And in that one community, that was like everything there. Juan Hernandez, the one-on-one in August, I will not have a coaching program in August. I'm running away from coaching because I want to focus on the other thing that I'm doing with the membership. So in August, I will not probably have that coaching. Because you see, I don't like talking to people that much on one-on-one because that's a lot of time out of me. I prefer to put that time in something that kind of gets more productive, get me more than just having a one-on-one with people. That's something that I've been wanting to run away. I don't get it. What do you mean? Can you explain to the people why every minute you say fuck? Oh, I get you. Why I said fuck every minute? That's just me, man. That's just, you see, I'm not gonna go based on what other people want me to. That's the way I express myself. I say even fuck in front of my kids. And I have all ages. I have a 18-year-old, a 15-year-old. I have a 9-year-old and an 8-year-old, and I always say fuck in front of them. So that's just me, man. That's the way I express myself. I had one guy said to me once, Jorge, can you stop say fuck you or fuck? I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking stop saying fuck you or fuck this or fuck that. If you don't want to hear me, you can just fucking go away. Like I just don't care. I have to go. The last question. So I'm working as an IT support associate in Amazon. You know, by the way, going on the fact, for those of you that don't say that, one day when you're alone, say, fuck this. Fuck that guy. You're going to feel so good. Because I know many of you want to say it, but you are afraid because society told you don't say those words. But once you say that, you feel relief. Like, oh man, you just feel, you feel empowered. I'm just saying, it feels good when I say it. This is why some of my videos, I do that. I end up doing this video, right? For the coaching community. And on that one video, I do say fuck. And I have it on the slide too. Like, fuck this. No, I'm fucking excited. So, but yeah. Where is that freaking, this is, okay, let me show you something here. No, I don't know why I cannot show it to you. And the welcome, so if I click here. So yeah, guys, I mean, come on, any other questions? Oh, watch, this is cool, this is badass, watch. You probably don't see it. No, you cannot see it. Anyways, it's a logo part. I wanted to show you the fact thing on the screen. But yeah, for some you try it. It just feels good when you say it. There, watch. You see, I said it. I say it all the time. Definitely, it feels good saying it. Anyway, so let's get back into business. In the next few months, what do you mean months? What do you mean months? Many. It's once again, it's a way that you end up studying the CCNA. There are techniques, by the way. There are exercises, ways, and how you go about it, and learning the topics and the CCNA. Because again, you probably are going through the content, and let's just say, right, something very easy. What's an IP address? What would you say? And this is for any of you, right? I always ask this question. Okay. Like, what's an IP address? And I know for many of you, you're going through thinking, oh, an IP address, that's how computers communicate. Oh, that works on the layer 3 of the OSM model. That's the network layer. We have two versions, IP version 6, 128-bit, compared to IP version 4, 32-bit divided by 4 octets, each octet with 8 bits, ones and zeros. We have private public IP addresses. We have different classes of IPs, class A, class B, class C, and blah 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 blah. You see, you bullet it yourself. Like, you just throw up all over yourself when you come up with those stupid answers, because those are stupid answers. I'm sorry, but that's what's going through your mind. That's the reason why you may not get the job that you want, because that, I can tell right away, this guy fucking knew no experience. He probably ended up went through some fucking YouTube and videos on YouTube, and that went through a fucking book. I mean, he has no fucking idea on exactly what an IP address is. Because not because you have the knowledge or know the definition means that you know. You know? So, yeah. So, but yes, guys, if any of you want to do it my fucking way, here, and if you want to do it your way, you're more than welcome. Come back to me in 6 months and let me know what's up. Probably will be too late in 6 months, because now we're about through recession and there's a lot more people trying to get those jobs. And by the way, guys, it doesn't matter how old are you. It doesn't matter at all. Really, I seen 18-year-old getting their first job in IT, $27 an hour. And what I like about that job, even though it was not 60K, $27 an hour, what I like the most is that job was not an entry-level job. not an entry level job. 18 years old. And then I seen someone in their early 50s getting 75K. Excuse me, $75,000. First job in IT working from home. So it doesn't matter how old are you for you to get your first job, for you to get to 100K, for you to get to 130K. And once again, my advice is that, guys, do not stop until you get to $130,000. And any of you can do that in 18 months. If you're new, by the way, maybe last, all depends on how bad you want it. Maybe for some of you, probably in the next few months. It all depends on where you are right now. Okay. Now I have a question with this guy. Now he's mad. Like, answer my question. Let me go back and answer your question. Okay, I'm working as an IT support associate in Amazon. Which is one is better? Cloud certification, security, or DevOps? Please guide me. Thanks. Bro, I'm not here to tell you what to do, bro. You see, I'm not like those guys on social media. Oh, you better do fucking DevOps. Oh, you better do cloud. Oh, you better do cybersecurity. No, man. Because if you don't like what you're gonna end up doing, you're not gonna go all the way to the top because you're not gonna do whatever it takes, and you learning what's needed to learn in order for you to succeed and be able to get to a high-paying job in IT. Many people are getting into cybersecurity, and that's so fucked up because they have no fucking idea on what that is. And I ask many of them when they're like, "Hey, Jorge, can you help me with cybersecurity?" And I'm like, "Do you know exactly what that is? And can you explain that to me? And what will you be doing?" No idea. I'm like, so why did you end up getting into cybersecurity? Oh, it's because everyone is getting into it. That's a lot of opportunities. That's where everyone is going. I'm like, I didn't ask you that. Like, why you want to get into it? Or you're that blind that you just go by what everyone is telling you to? Because cybersecurity, it's not for everyone. Well, exactly. Do some fucking research first before you saying you want to do cybersecurity. So again, even with DevOps, many people don't even know what's DevOps. They want to become a DevOps engineer. So it's really come down on what you want. Any of those can give you a high-paying job in IT. You come up to me, Jorge, it's because I want a job that's gonna pay me $180,000. So what's the job that's gonna give me to that income? Any of them? Any of them? And how many jobs do you need? 20 jobs or 40 jobs? 100 jobs? Like, you just need one fucking job, bro. And any of those jobs will pay you $180,000. You can become a senior network engineer, you can get paid that much. You can become a cybersecurity engineer, you can get paid that much. You can become DevOps, you can be cloud, you can get paid that much, even up to 200K. Any of those jobs. So it really comes down to which one is the one that you're gonna enjoy the most, and learning the technologies needed to get there. On top of the other things, the high-paid skills that I always talk about, nothing to do with IT, but those are the ones that get you paid. Okay, now that's my answer. Woohoo! Okay. Imagine that guy installing a printer for a president of the company and say the word fuck every minute. Oh, he's gonna fucking love me. Trust. You see, you don't know how successful people are. Executives and all that. They say, not all of them, but many of them fuck all the time too. You know? I pay so much money to do for me to pay coaching, and all these business guys, all of them say fuck. So you think I want to be a broke ass that don't say that compared to surround myself with people that, I mean, bro, that's another fucking level. So the person who don't like fuck, they can the fuck out of here, right? I've been here, guys, for more than 1 fucking hour. That's fucking amazing, and I have things to do. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Okay. So all of you have a great night. Well, good night, because I have things to do. You think it's appropriate? Appropriate what? Where is that coming from? Appropriate what? You think it's appropriate? Let me tell you one thing, okay? With the appropriate and say mas ladon, okay? I go by no fucking rules, and I have an amazing life compared to those that go by their rules. You know, like, bro, you give the wrong message to your customers. No, I give the right message to the customers I want, because a lot of people are fucking pussies. They are. I don't want to deal with average people. And unfortunately, most people are average. That's just the reality of it. Most people are average. People don't want to become the better versions of themselves. And I'm looking only for those few people they want to do that. You see, IT has millions of people. IT, millions. I don't want to reach out to millions of people. I don't want an even like piece of a pie. I just want the crumbles, just little like things that fell down of the bigger pie. Those things like those little. That's it. And again, I just want the right people. I don't want everyone because I don't want to associate myself with everyone. Oh, you're not bothering me at all, man. I like those questions. That way, that message gets across to other people. But that's just the fucking way I am. But yeah, I have to go, guys. You see, I don't know if you see my t-shirt right there. I'm a badass IT engineer, you see? I'm a fucking badass IT engineer. You know, I used to have this shirt that says, fuck you, right here in front. I still have it, I think, but that's my way of going. Where can I get that shirt? Bro, look, if you end up signing up on the coaching, I send you two shirts, one white and one black, because I have a few. And this is nice because it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's good. That the material is good. There's not like that one's chafas. Chafas mean like that bad material. No, this is that one's a straight shot. This is good material. I love it. I fucking love it. Rudy, reach out to me tomorrow, man. Rudy is one of my students. End up joining to the coaching. And Rudy ended up getting a fucking job. He didn't complain because I said fuck many times. Are they Hanes? I don't know, bro. I don't even know what the fuck market is. No, they're not Hanes. You see? Watch. They are AS. It's a good brand. AS. I think I pay, if I'm not mistaken, like $12, $15 for each with a shirt, this, and this. I think it was $15 each. So, yeah. Eh, John Wick. John, are you in the coaching? John, I don't have any John Wick. What's your real name, John? Come on, John. Don't fucking. Now I'm gonna have to send you one because you're in the coaching. Fuck. Sean. Sean. There we go. Man, you better text me, man. If you text me by tomorrow, I send you a T-shirt. But don't tell the other students, Rudy, because you're in that right now. I'm gonna have to send you one. But don't tell the other students that I'm sending you one. Rudy, if I can send that link for the access, man. Okay, I will text it to you tomorrow for the access for the community. Sean, are you in the community by any chance? Did you get in the community, Sean? Because I ended up letting a few students in, and I don't know if you I put you in. Okay. Now I remember who you are. Now I know. Okay, now I know who you are. Okay, now I know, because I have like two Seans. Okay, I know which one, because I have one already. Oh, you are waiting on. Okay. Let me go right now, Rudy. Let me fucking add you into it. And watch those 3 videos that I put it there, man. Okay, I'm gonna give you access. Just let me end this call. I'm gonna give you access. Guys, I really have to go. It's 11 p.m. my time. I still have to do one thing before I go to bed. So once again, guys, good night. And if you want to make shit happen, before we go to recession, that's the link. And if not, it's cool. You can do this on your own. Where are you located? I'm located in Chicago. Boom. Okay, Chicago. I'm located in Chicago. Peace. So once again, guys, good night. And again, think about what I told you guys. We're about to go through this huge, huge, major recession. So right now, like it's the time for you to really think about how you need to go through your IT career the next few months. That way, by the time we go through it, there's no issues with you and you being able to get a good high-paying job in IT. The sooner you get in and do the right things, the sooner you can get to a high-paying job in IT. That way, you don't have that much competition because it will be very competitive and getting your first job in IT, your second job, even on engineer level positions. It will be very competitive. So again, just make sure that you think about how you go through the next few months. But once again, I will talk to you soon, guys. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.